It was a year ago that oil and gas industry giant BP announced it was pulling out of the Mahoning Valley. Energy prices had fallen so far, it was no longer profitable to be drilling for gas in the area, so they focused attention on other parts of Ohio. Tonight, 27 First News reporter Gerry Riccciutti takes a closer look at how the falling prices are affecting the area and impacting local businesses.
Already in the business the last couple decades as an electrical subcontractor on sites like this, executives with Evitz Oil and Gas Construction saw the boom coming and took advantage of it.
Basically 4 years ago we decided to expand our services into the mechanical and electrical to where we're the general contractor on the sites.
The gamble paid off for a number of local companies either working on well pads or supplying equipment to them. In 2013, the most recent figures available, 8 million barrels of oil were produced in Ohio, along with 167 billion cubic feet of natural gas, the most ever. At the time, oil sold for $96 a barrel and gas for about $3.50 per thousand cubic feet. Then the prices fell as supplies grew, now around $66 for crude and $2.50 for gas.
That's kind of what we call a market correction.
YSU economics professor Sarah Janik tells me the drop created a huge ripple effect in the industry.
So as the price dips very low, the number of suppliers that are willing to bring this oil to the market and able to bring it to the market is going to eventually start to decrease, which is what we're seeing in the data.
Of the drilling permits issued by the state in 2013, 143 new wells were drilled in Carroll County that year, with 98 sites that never started. It was Ohio's busiest county. Next was Columbiana, with 28 wells drilled and 52 not drilled. 11 were drilled in Mahoning and 17 in Trumbull. In 2014, nearly 70 new wells were drilled in the four counties, with another 15 permitted that year but not drilled until recently. 60 other sites were left on hold. So far, among the permits issued this year, only 3 new wells have been drilled in Columbiana, and there were no permits at all for Trumbull.
We've had projects that actually have been postponed until fourth quarter, hoping that oil prices will rebound.
Still, those keeping an eye on the industry see no reason to panic.
I believe it's absolutely a matter of being patient.
Don Crane of the Western Reserve Building Trades Council tells me even though production is down, there is still a lot of infrastructure work being done for new transmission lines and processing facilities. Just this week, we learned Kinder Morgan is looking to invest more than $400 million in lines it owns to carry wet gases, such as propane and butane, from this region to refineries in the Deep South. And Crane says preliminary work has already started moving ground for a much-talked-about multi-billion-dollar ethanol cracker plant near Monaca for Shell Oil.
Bechtel is the contractor. They're a national contractor that has that project, and they're putting out surveys to the locals from here in Youngstown to make sure that we'll have manpower to help supplement that project.
While heavy construction on projects like that may still be another year away, local contractors are doing what they can to stay busy.
Now you got to work a little bit harder, a little more competitive, and maybe travel a little further, for the work.
All while waiting for what many claim is an oil and gas boom in Ohio to resume. Gerry Riccciutti, WKBN 27 First News.